get ready with me as we talk about Mars in the birth chart. But first, hi, my name is Shayna Conde. I'm a travel journalist who's been using astrology to travel the world for the past year and will continue to do so probably for the rest of my life. So in order for you guys to gain these tools, I want to share about the basics of astrology and then we'll start building up. So anyway, let's dive into Mars. So Mars traditionally is ruled by Aries, boop. Gotta do a little bit of this. So Mars is traditionally ruled by Aries, the god of war. But also some astrologers say that Mars is co-ruled by Scorpio also. And you know what? If you think about Scorpio energy, and you think about think about Aries, there's a lot of commonalities. There's not a lot of commonalities. So yeah, those are the two that different astrologers say rules Mars. Also, Mars, the big red planet, it is a malefic planet. Now, what does that mean? So we all have benefic planets and malefic planets. Now, benefic planets, which I will be talking about in the next video, those are like positive planets. Those are planets that bring like good luck, fortune, those kinds of things. Things that bring light and life into your birth chart. Malefic planets are kind of the opposite. Also, I don't really use foundation, so I'm going to go in with some concealer. Malefic planets like Mars tend to bring in conflict, not necessarily hardship, but they are not the easy breezy kind of planets that we wish that I should not have put that on my forehead. They are not the easy breezy planets that, like Jupiter or Venus are. So what is Mars in the birth chart associated with? When you think about Mars, you think about action. You think about getting things done. You think about drive, right? Aries is the god of war. If something's gonna have to get done, Aries is gonna get it done. Also, when you think about getting things done, you also think about getting things done. Sometimes you think about like sensually getting things done. You know what I mean? So when you think about what you're attracted to intimately in the bedroom times, Mars gives you a lot of insight into what turns you on and also what can turn you off. And while yes, Mars is about passion, it's about energy. It's about that go-getter. It can also tell you about how you express your not so pleasant emotions like anger, like frustration, all of that. So this kind of information is incredibly helpful for compatibility, right? So let's say that one person has like an Aries Mars. I'll dive into more about that in a second. Let's say one person has an Aries Mars and then somebody else is like a Pisces Mars or a Mars in Cancer, right? Those kinds of energies are going to not clash, but have a very hard time seeing and communicating their big, hard feelings to each other because it's Aries. Okay, you know what? Let's just dive into it. So for example, Aries Mars. I'm just going to do my eyes real quick because I cannot multitask like that. Before we dive into Aries, this brand right here, why did you clump so aggressively? That's giving Mars. We're moving on now. So Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries is where it is most comfortable, right? So when it comes to expressing passion, getting things done, it is a space where it recognizes what needs to be done and does it immediately. It moves towards the thing that needs to get done, not necessarily efficiently, but directly. As opposed to like a Mars in Libra that when it comes to getting things done, might want to get things done more in a group setting, more diplomatically, or like a Mars in Virgo where when it comes to action, it's like we need to have a game plan. Where's my spreadsheet before I start taking action? Now, once again, it's not just because Mars isn't completely, the energy of it isn't specifically dedicated to the sign. It's also the placement, the house, the other planets that are next to it. So let's say you've got your Mars in the 10th house. What an amazing placement, I personally feel like, for Mars to be in. The 10th house is the house of public image, career, other things. So you've got the planet of action in the house of career and public image. It's giving boss babe energy. It's giving, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. But in your career, oh, money. Now, let's talk about some not great, not placements that I wouldn't want my Mars to be in. Mars in the fourth house. Because let's not forget, along with action, it's also a malefic. It's going to show conflict. It's going to show things that aren't easy sits, right? So Mars in the fourth house. Fourth house is the house of home, family, foundations. A lot of people that I know that have Mars in the fourth house have had really, really hard upbringings, really hard upbringings when it comes to what home was like, what safety was like in their formative years. So let me know, where does your Mars sit? What are some things that you're realizing about how you express action when it comes to sensuality, when it comes to how you talk about your not fun feelings? Let me know in the comments, and we're going to continue diving into some of the other planets. Also, if you are interested in a reading, I have information for that below. I also have an entire astrology newsletter where I talk about how I use astrology to travel the world, as it's my job. So that's all for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later because I need I need to unbraid my hair. So we're gonna continue this get ready with me shortly. Okay, bye.